Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dorian here with number 4 of the series. Getting out of Yellow Hell, or Yellow Hell featuring Dorian, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, that's what we'll call it. Today's game, we're going to have me playing some Malzahar Middle. I chose this game just because I love Malzahar, I love Malzahar's skin, I love pretty much everything there is to do with Malzahar. Just because he looks like a genie, he looks like he's some guy from Saudi Arabia or something like that. You know, he just looks like a pimp. Look at the shoes. Another one of the good things that I love a lot about Malzahar is that he never touches the ground. Maybe when he dies. No, I don't even think when he dies. He just like dematerializes. He doesn't hit the ground. Um, this episode, we're going to try and talk about a couple of the things that we talked about in the other one, and then we'll get into talking about some more stuff, some newer stuff that we haven't touched on yet. Um, One of the things that I wanted to talk about real quick about just like general knowledge that anybody can do, and you can go and do this when you're at work or, next time you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, just go and read some forums. Go anywhere. Go to the League of Legends forums, go to the RG or the CLG.net forums and just read about whatever is going on. People will talk about the shitty games they had or the failures that they had. One of the other things I want to talk about real quickly, this guy, this Malzahar, when I click on him, you'll see he's got like 9,000 HP at level 1. It's absolutely retarded. I think the only reason why I did good this game, and it's not because I'm good, but I think it's because this guy had like defense masteries. He doesn't even try to like. I've got 4 bars of HP right here. Oh, I just finally got 5 because I got boots and 3 health pots first. But this game with Malzahar, you could do 1 of 2 roads with Malzahar. I found. I'm sure there's more than 2 roads when I'm just stupid and I can only find out these 2. But with the road that I take usually is you can just farm, and you can just farm your ass off and just shit on people all the time. Key of the cool dancing right there. Or what you can do is you can just constantly harass and like burn your mana that way. And I just completely fucked that up there. Throwing that Malefic Visions on the wrong thing. Oh, that's so good. Another quick thing I wanted to talk about before I get into the Malzahar stuff is just masteries. If you've played this game for a really long time, you'll kind of maybe be like me in the sense where that you'll have this like this mindset where you don't ever want to change your masteries, and you're just like, oh well, I've used this set about a bajillion times, and it's always worked for me, so I'll never change from it. Um, One of the things you could try if you find yourself having like mixed success rates, doing good sometimes and then doing bad the rest of the time, you might want to try changing up your mastery build a little bit. With a certain amount of AD heroes, I like going all the way down to the 21 now for the attack tree, but we'll get into that later on when I'm actually playing one of those type of heroes. Most of the time when you're playing a lot of heroes, though, it is pretty straightforward, and you're probably going to be saying, well, I can't fucking switch my masteries on a Malzahar or any AP caster because you need those CDR things. Yeah, I agree with that. That's true. You can't really go defense like this Cassidy did against me. It really goes to show that you can't go defense as a caster and expect to do well. More awesome dancing. And one other thing I want to talk about, if you are stuck in ELO hell and you can't figure out why, and you have no idea why you suck so bad and you can't get any better, I want you to go and look into your rune page, okay? And if you don't have at least 1 to... Actually, no, I'm going to change that. If you don't have 2 to 3 rune pages that aren't, like, fully done, that are all tier 3 runes, this could be one of your big problems. And what you're going to need to do, ask your mommy for her credit card or save up $10 and go to 7-Eleven, buy yourself a card, and get an IP boost, man. Because you need runes. You need runes bad, okay? You need runes so bad. Okay, these runes are the things that are setting you apart from everybody else if you don't have them. If you do have them, then, you just ignore this part. Another thing, we talked about builds last time. I was pretty vague about the builds. A lot of people that play League of Legends, they know that you can go to mobifier.com to do some builds. I don't think CLG or ROG has their own little specific page for builds, so I'll try and bring that up. But right now, I know Elements uses Mobifier, so it can't be too shitty. I saw a lot of posts on the League of Legends forums talking about how it was really shitty though, because there was really retarded builds with like the 5 Timats on any hero, and it was getting like like full reviews, like 99% reviews. So stuff to say, you know. This guy here going in for the kill, but I don't know. He like, what does he do there? Does he silence me, or did I just absolutely screw up? But watch this though. This is a little lesson to all you guys. Don't talk shit, because this is what happens when you talk shit. I flash on you, I ignite on you, and I throw my E on you, and then you die. That's what happens when you talk shit, okay? Don't stop at your tower and talk shit, because that'll happen to you. People will go out of their way. The people that would normally not have done stuff to try and kill you will go out of their way to kill you in the most like embarrassing ways, like I just did to that guy. Another good thing to talk about is talk about like whether or not you're being too passive, or if you're being, well, I get really ballsy there. Forgot about. I remember that now. I was like, fuck this fiddle, dude. I'm not gonna run away from this guy. And then I realized probably a little too late that I should have ran from him. But I'll go back and I'll get me some sweet booties, maybe. No, I bought the catalyst. I don't know. I really hate the new catalyst. You know, the way that it works, the way that it heals you slowly over time. It's still cool, but whatever. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to mention real quick and get in there. If anybody has like 1,000 or below, or 1,000 ELO or below account, sorry, and you don't play it, or you don't use it, or you just want me to play on it or something, let me know, because I've been getting a lot of people being like, oh, 1,500 isn't ELO hell. 1,500 is totally out of ELO hell. So I just want to get an account that's somewhere down below that range so that I can play on that and kind of give people the perspective from games that are of that caliber, you know? Because when you have a game full of like 1,500 people, that's what it is, right? You have a game and one guy's like 1,500, everybody else is between like 1,400 and 1,500. And then when you have a game full of like 800s, you're going to have somebody that's at like 950, and then everybody else is going to be anywhere from 800 to 900, right? So at least that way I'll be able to kind of practice what I preach and talk about it, because it's been a long time since I've been below 1,200, and I can't imagine it would be any fun. But if that's something you guys want to see and anybody has an account that they want to throw my way for just a couple games, let me know, and I'll do that. Yeah, the aggression versus being passive. You know, sometimes, like me, you'll see my videos, and every video that I've done, you'll notice that I'm probably a little bit more passive than a lot of people are, most of the time. But later on, you'll end up seeing me do just crazy things running into like 4 or 5 people, and that's just being bad at the game. That's not about being aggressive. That's just about having a hard-on for dying, and I just have a raging boner for dying usually a lot of times. You could just Rambo into like 5 people and expect to get kills. This Kassadin, though, he's a giant noob. I'm not going to give very many shoutouts this episode just because I did so many of them in the last one, and after rewatching it, I kind of hated myself for the next couple of days for how much of a douchebag I sounded like. But I do need to give at least 2 shoutouts, and that's one to just ROG, where most of you guys are going to be watching this from, Reign of Gaming, steelgaming.net, and Reddit. Without either of these 2 places, I wouldn't have had probably half of the amount of success that I did get from this, so thanks a lot, everybody. You guys fucking rule. There's not really much to talk about with Malzahar, though. As far as builds go, I usually follow the same build with this guy almost every time, and usually follow the exact same skill order. Up until this point, I've maxed E, which is the dot. And then after that, I'll try and get as many levels of the silence as I can, which would be the Q, which is like null void or something like that. And that guy dies because he's a noob too. He tried to come back too. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna come back," and he die. So. And then you need to get a level of the W. You need to get it. If you're one of those players that like you'll max 2 levels or 2 skills first before you even touch the third. F you, man. F you right in the face. You need to get this. Because if you're on my team and you don't have that pool, and I've stunned somebody for you, and they're sitting in that pool, and you don't throw down that pool, I'm going to be mad at you. Only for a little while, though. I'll get over it. I just keep throwing my ults on this guy, trying to kill him. Does he die? No, he doesn't die. It's goddamn defense masteries, man. He totally saved him that time. On a side note, something really unimportant. No, never mind. I was going to say I need to get a new phone, but I barely care about that myself. I don't really want to have people telling me what phone to get now. Tower down, baby. Tower down. You obviously, when you hit level 6 and 11, hit your R. Learn that one. I don't know what CS I had. I just fucking saw myself pull it up, and then I didn't even look while I was watching it here. And if anybody wasn't aware, I'm not recording these live while I'm playing them. I record these after I've already recorded them. So if you see the little fraps thingy at the bottom with the FPS at the bottom corner, or the no game sounds bother you, let me know. This one here will be the same as number 3, where it doesn't have like in-game audio. And I know that didn't bother anybody the last time, because the first 2 videos the game sounds are way too loud, and I just didn't even think about it. This is so sick. Pro Soraka is pro. Pro Soraka. That guy. Oh man. Soraka's only cat. Oh my god, dude. So good. And if anybody is wondering why I might sound different, it's because one of my buddies, he just moved out of town and he moved away, so we went out and we had a good time the other night. And my voice is the, oh yeah, look, check out the epic range on that thing. Oh, my R is so long. Get people from around corners. But anyway, yeah, me and a couple of my buddies went out and we had a little bit too much fun for one night. And then the next day I woke up and I felt extremely shitty. And so that's why there was kind of a little bit of a delay on the other one. This one should have been out a lot sooner. This guy, I don't even understand this guy, dude. What is he thinking? I guess he's like, oh, well, I'm level 7, so I'll definitely be able to take on these 2 guys that are level 10 and 12. These level things don't matter at all.